Hey there, kids! So you want to learn how to play Blazblue? You know, the anime fighting game with dudes with huge swords and women with big hats. Well, you are in luck, my friend, because I am going to help you get a little bit better, or if you're just starting out, how to start out, I don't know. Now, I'm not claiming to be any kind of like authority on this game or anything. I'm not like a huge big tournament winner, but I do know a little bit of knowledge that I feel like could help a lot of people out who are struggling to, get into the game and get good, as they say. And no, I know there's a tutorial mode. Shut up. And you know what? It's kind of alright, but I feel like it's missing a little bit of information I feel like a lot of players would like to know. Now, having said all that, I still think it's really important to go check out the tutorial to learn like the basic mechanics. That way I don't have to summarize all the shit that the game already says itself. I mean, you already have that option for you right there. First order of business, you gotta see which character you want to play. Now, I know most of you are like, but Dan, I already chose my character. I chose the squirrel girl with the bouncy boobs. Look, ain't she the best? And hey, look, I get it. She makes your wiener move and it's gross. You might be onto something, but here's the thing. Every character varies in difficulty for various reasons, whether it be hard to do combos, or just has a rather difficult to grasp playstyle. What? So, let me just list off a recommendations list for characters you might want to start playing first and foremost, because they're simple. You'll be able to pick up and play them and grasp the game mechanics, as well as do certain kinds of combos. Maybe one or two of them might even become your main or sub character. And no, you presumptuous little bitch biscuit, playing an easy character does not in fact make you a loser or a pansy or whatever fuck people might accuse you of. Play who you like and who is fun in the in-game. I'm just saying to practice these characters starting out to ease you into this complicated fucking mess. Then when you feel comfortable, play with the bouncy booby girl however long you want. Make your wiener move. First, Ragna, the main character himself. Also, in my opinion, the easiest character in the game and my personal main. Hell yeah, see, even I play easy characters, fuck off. Always an amazing choice when you're starting out. He does best at close and mid-range. His attacks all have good reach and are relatively safe. They are all considered great pokes, which I will discuss later on if you don't know what the fuck that is. Now, he does have the lowest health in the game, unfortunately, but his drive, quote unquote, allows him to steal health back from his opponents and is relatively good at rushdown. So if you like cool and easy characters, probably the easiest character in the game, then choose this guy. Plus, if you just like rushing people down, it feels good. And then there's Jin, Ragna's whiny bitch brother with dumb flaps. Also an amazing choice. He's a jack of all trades, master of none type character, you know. And the fact that he's a jack of all trade character really means you're bound to learn a lot of good shit playing him. Why? Because you're playing with someone who has all the trades, stupid. Short range, long range, keep away, rush down, you name it. Jin can do it, and he's versatile. Also, if you like ice and cold shit, good for you, he does that. Put in your drink, it's delicious. Tsubaki is fucking great in this version of the game. She's a character that requires you to manage a resource, which sucks, but do not fret, my friend. It's not as difficult as it sounds, and her combos are piss easy, at least her B&Bs are. Otherwise, she's an alternative to Ragna with, honestly, more options at the expense of, range. You like saucy redheads with fucking military uniforms? Pick her, do it. I don't care. Move 12, another sorta robot chickadee who does great at short and mid ranges, and she has little automatic guns that help her at long range too and keep the other dude worried. Ooh. Otherwise, also relatively easy and straightforward. You might think the automatic laser things would make the timing of her combos like hard and stuff, but her combos are actually pretty consistent and relatively easy. So if you like this other cutie with that booty, give her a shot. Then there's Bullet, Miss Dumb Name Girl who's a strike grappler. She grabs, she strikes, it's fitting. She has easy combos, but she can't dash, making her somewhat a pain in the ass for anyone who can play a keep away, zoners. But oh ho ho, how the tables can turn. Her basic mechanic makes her gaining momentum and keeping momentum a lot of fun, and completely infuriating for the other dude. Once she gets a hit from her drive-in, she can be a real pain in the ass. Then there's Azrael. In the Blazblue community, is known as a fucking gorilla, using his unga bunga style to win matches. He's weird in that he has an invincible dash that goes through opponents and even dodges attacks, making him powerful in close quarters. Now, normally I would say this lack of a running dash and the fact that some of his combos have links instead of actual combo gatlings, terms to be discussed in the next video, in which case might make him a weird choice, but no. His dumb unga bunga attacks have fuck huge hitboxes that make it so easy to punish dummies, and overall, I don't find his combos all that hard, so fuck, I say he's an easy one to get into to an extent. Give him a shot if you want to be annoying as fuck, in a good way. Oh, Yuki Terumi, the fucking evil asshole villain of the game. He's a ton of fun. His whole gimmick is that he builds a ton of heat, and he uses a shitload of distortion drives like crazy. Those are like supers in this game. That, and he acts like a total shitface to his enemies. It's hilarious. One of his bread and butters has somewhat of a tight timing, but once you learn it, everything else will be relatively simple cakewalk, in which you could then walk on your opponents with one foot. Ha! Give him a shot if you like snakes and stomping. Celica. Cute as a button, dumb as a fucking brick. Is probably the easiest character next to Ragna. She is also tied at the lowest health at 10,000, which I'll get into kinda later, it's not a big deal, but she has this neat healing mechanic where you can choose to heal or go for more damage and better setups at the end of combos. Yeah, not much else to say. She's a rushdown character and has a cool robot lady who's like, cool and stuff. It's kind of redundant, whatever. Now it's time for the characters new to this game, to Central Fiction. Yes, that's right, folks. The brand new characters. Fuck you. First off, there's Hibiki. He's a shadow assassin and shit. Really cool. You like Naruto? Fuck you. He's cooler. He has really satisfying combos. Is really quick, simple, and straightforward. Has deceptively big hitboxes in some of his attacks. Plus, he can do a goddamn pile driver attack for ages. His combos are kind of quick in execution, but nothing too complicated. And don't be a bitch. Be a cool ninja and shit. 9 the Phantom. Hey, yeah, it's big hat girl. Yeah, fortunately, she's relatively easy. She has movement options similar to Azrael with her dash is invincible, but she has outrageous hitboxes on her attacks. And her magic mixing drive thingy is really useful, cool, and simple to understand and use. S, like ES, not like the letter S for SpongeBob. The first DLC character of the game, though totally worth it if you dig tiny chicks with big swords. She's also rushed down, but has some of the game's largest hitboxes in her attacks. Plus, she has a really cool mechanic with her drive that leaves, like, light trails and shit that hurt the other guy after a little while. It's great for Oki. It even plays a part in your combos. Wait up, I know what you're thinking. This shit makes your combos look hard. Wrong. Honestly, if you look at any other combo list, they're honestly going to be very consistent so long as the circumstances don't change for you, like your positions. And that's true for every combo. Don't be a big baby and assume she's super tough or something. She really isn't. She has really great range in all of her normals, and none of her inputs for her are hard in the slightest. She's easy to learn and maybe even easy to master combo-wise, maybe intermediate to master, which is not something I would say about a lot of characters, honestly. Her more complicated shit is just you getting in tune to timing and delaying. For some people, this is perfect. I guarantee a lot of you are going to be able to do a decent amount of her challenges. Susanoo, Terami's alter ego and final boss dude. He's unlockable by completing the story mode, or you can just be a lazy motherfucker and buy him for like $1 or $2. Bitch, he could have used those dollars for a Big Mac. Otherwise, he's really easy to use. He's a character who does best when gaining momentum, and it's easy to gain said momentum because of his decent hitboxes. His drive allows you to use more special moves that are really good, especially together. It can be hard to keep up with the moves you have or which moves you want to unlock, but it's still pretty good, and he's a great place to start. And last but certainly not least, Jubei. We waited years for this freaking guy. He's one cool cat. Literally, yeah. He's also a rushdown type character who's a little tricky, but simple enough to play in my opinion. None of his C normals actually hit twice, and his other moves last a long time as well. So a lot of his combos actually give you a large buffer window to carefully and casually make a lot of his inputs and make some of his longer combos a little bit easier to learn, which is good for beginners. Honorable mentions! For one reason or another, I wasn't sure to include these characters in the list, but I'll figure I'll mention them anyway. Noelle, the main heroine, and the cutie with that booty's other form. Her casual form, if you will. Now, she's simple and all, and I think most would agree. However, all of her combos, although about as quick as any other character's combos, kinda requires a lot of inputs and a lot of memorization. Basically, you gotta have fast fingers. Also, her drive, although a lot like Celica's, to where the drive button leads to different combos technically pretty easily, can really give a lot of players bad habits into mashing. Since literally, once you press the D button, you can press literally anything else along with any other direction and combos will come out. It's a terrible habit that a lot of people fall into and sounds good on paper, but mashing doesn't reward you that much with her. Any idiot will see that you're doing it and counter you. You'll win games against new players maybe, but that's about it. However, if you pick her up and actually properly learn her, she actually ain't that bad. Iron Tiger. He has really easy combos, and his throws are somewhat easy to pull off, and it's simple to trick new players a lot, and maybe even intermediate players. Lord knows I've fallen for it. But since he's so slow and has so few movement options, and the fact that his character relies on bringing the others close to him, you really gotta understand defense and matchups to play well with him. Plus, again, his throw gimmicks can give people bad habits and stilt their growth a little. But even then, maybe you like grapplers, in which case, play him, fuck it. Hakumen. He has one of the coolest designs in the game. He's badass and shit. Thing is, like Tager, he has fewer movement options, almost like he's a Street Fighter character in an Air Dasher game, which is kinda weird. And he also relies on the player understanding matchups and how to properly space and defend, especially with his drive basically being you literally predicting what your opponent is gonna do next. But I don't know, people who main him say he ain't that hard overall, and I think his bread and butters are simple enough to practice with. And finally, Kagura. See, the thing is, whether he's simple or not completely hinges on how you fare with stance characters or charge characters. For some people, it's easy as pie. For others, it gives them a headache. Though, for those who grasp his playstyle, they all think he's the easiest character in the game, so give him a look. If he's easy, he's easy. If not, he's not. Simple as that. Now for the combos! Now hold up, you little shit. Yes, Blazblue isn't just combos, I know. Now keep your trap shut and listen. It is a very important part of the game, though. So where the fuck do I learn them, and how? Obviously, a good introduction is going to be challenge mode, of course. It doesn't always have the most optimal stuff, but it does teach you common gatlings for characters and what cancels into what, and maybe some actual combos for when you get into more intermediate territory. What are gatlings, you ask? Shut up, I'm talking. The game calls these revolver actions, remember? Basically, what moves can cancel into other moves, whether it be on hit or whiff. That common shit is A to B to C to D. You know this shit. Learning gatlings for your character is very important to learn what their combos are, and how to do block strings, and even defend yourself in some cases. Block strings I will cover in the next video, so look forward to it. You bitch. Anyway, within the game, learning combos is simple. It tells you the button and the direction you need to press. But when you're just typing shit out or reading combo lists on forums online, you're gonna run across a lot of this shit. Like, what the fuck is this trigonometry shit? I'm not here to learn math. These numbers and shit are just standard notation for communicating how combos are. And no, don't worry. Just look down at the number pad on your keyboard. You see that shit? How it's just a square? See how the 5 is in the middle? That represents the neutral position, like if you're not moving your control stick. 2 represents down, 6 represents right, 8 is up, 4 is left, 1 is down left. Do you see what I'm getting at? Okay. Neat, huh? So if someone says 5A, it means just hit A without moving the control stick. 2A means holding down and pressing A. 6C is pressing forward, and then you get it, whatever. Many characters have many videos on YouTube that show all the combos in all sorts of situations and how optimal they are, with damage lists and heat gain and everything. They're pretty great. You can actually find a lot, if not most of them, on the channel called Jordal. He also has a lot of random gameplay videos and such. It's a good channel to learn stuff from. Also, there's a website called Dustloop, which I will put in the description, that has a huge character list where you can find all sorts of combo information in written form. These are really great resources to find information on any given combo or character, though I prefer it in video form so I can see how certain combos are timed and stuff. Now it's time for your homework assignment, class. I want you to do a few things after this video. First, learn a basic mid-screen combo, where you're not near the edge of either side of the stage. Practice on both sides too, cause guess what? You're not always gonna be on one side, you dummy butt. Learn a corner combo, from when you're close to the corner. These are your most damaging combos. Remember both sides now. Learn a mid-screen throw combo. Chances are, when you learn these combos, you'll learn the most optimal version right away. Always useful. Learn a corner throw combo. Remember, both corners perform each of these combos at least 10 times in a row. Make it muscle memory. After learning all the combos, play online or with a friend.
But teacher, I'm already gonna play against real people already?
Yes, you dumb. You learn best by playing other people. You'll be pulling off these combos in the moment to see if they really are muscle memory. Don't worry too much about anything else besides trying to win and using what you know in battle, even if it's just these really simple combos. Feel free to do a little more, but don't overstress. We'll do more later anyways. Baby steps. And hey, besides this series, I want to talk about game design and other neat game stuff. If you liked my voice, the content, give me a subscribe, and please like the video and comment. Doing that helps people find this video and my channel. It always helps. And more than anything, share it. Also, side note, if you want to follow me on Twitter or on Twitch, the links are in the description. I will talk about game stuff and Blazblue stuff on Twitter, and maybe if you have any questions about certain things, I can answer them on there. And if you follow my Twitch, I will play Blazblue on there occasionally, so you can actually like put some of this stuff into practice, maybe sometimes. I don't know, I'm pretty inconsistent in that regard. I also play other games too. If you'd like, I can play whatever the fuck you want. But thanks for listening to my plugs and shit. I gotta do them to prosper, you know? Links are in the description. Bye-bye!